Hello, Yankees fans! Today we have a ton of news and updates that will keep every true pinstripe supporter on the edge of their seat. The past few hours have brought some big developments in the Bronx, and it is time to break it all down so you know exactly where the team stands heading into the 2026 season. We are talking about critical moves, potential trades, and internal decisions that could completely reshape the roster. So buckle up because this is going to be a detailed ride through everything happening with the New York Yankees right now. First, let's dive straight into the most talked about issue in Major League Baseball over the past few weeks: Cody Bellinger. The outfielder's free agency saga has been dominating headlines, and it is fair to say the Yankees have now taken a definitive stance. Rumors have circulated endlessly about his next destination, with speculation heating up daily, but now, sources indicate the organization has made it clear exactly how far they are willing to go for him. While many of the league's top free agents have already signed, Bellinger remains one of the biggest prizes still on the market, and the Yankees are focused on him, but with firm boundaries. The team's position is straightforward. Bellinger is the priority. They want him in New York, but there is a limit to what they are prepared to offer. Reports suggest that if another team, potentially the New York Mets, comes in with an astronomical proposal, the Yankees are ready to step aside. The organization has decided not to get caught in a financial bidding war that exceeds their comfort zone. It is a bold stance, and it may frustrate fans who are desperate to see Bellinger in pinstripes. But it is a calculated decision. The offer they initially presented was a 5-year deal worth between $155 million and $160 million, including the opt-out clauses. From the team's perspective, this was more than fair. The sticking point, however, has been the duration. Bellinger is seeking a 7-year commitment, a term the Yankees are simply not willing to meet. Negotiations have reached a critical stage, and the message is clear: either 5 years or Bellinger moves on. This creates a high-stakes situation, a real poker game where both sides are weighing risk against potential reward. The Yankees might also be hoping to use this as leverage, banking on the idea that Bellinger's market may not be as expansive as he believes. However, this approach comes with risk. With other elite free agents like Kyle Tucker and Bo Bichette already off the board, failing to secure Bellinger would leave a significant hole in the lineup with few immediate alternatives. Even if Bellinger decides to sign elsewhere, there are still silver linings for the Yankees. The team is considered an ideal destination for other all-stars who could fill the void, and the front office has been quietly exploring potential trade options in case this high-stakes negotiation does not go as planned. They are preparing for every scenario, balancing the desire to maintain financial discipline with the need to remain competitive in the American League. The bottom line is that the organization is making it very clear where they stand, and this no-nonsense approach could define their off-season strategy. Moving on from the Bellinger situation, let's discuss the team's backup strategies. Sources suggest that if the Yankees do indeed allow Bellinger to walk, they are not planning to remain idle. The front office has reportedly turned its attention to other potential targets who can help fill gaps in the lineup without straining payroll. One name that has come up is Brendan Donovan from the St. Louis Cardinals. Donovan represents a more financially manageable option, while offering versatility that the Yankees value highly. Unlike Bellinger, who demands a massive contract, Donovan's acquisition would allow the team to allocate resources to other areas of need, including strengthening the bullpen or supporting the starting rotation. Donovan has shown that he can contribute offensively and defensively, playing multiple positions over the past season and proving he can handle high-pressure situations. While he does not match Bellinger in star power or long-term impact, his ability to provide consistent production at a reasonable cost makes him a valuable potential addition. The team has reportedly been interested in him before, and if Bellinger departs, the Yankees may quickly move to revive these discussions. Donovan could provide a reliable bridge while the team continues to plan for long-term roster construction. The discussion around Donovan also highlights a broader challenge for the Yankees: balancing payroll flexibility with the desire to retain or acquire elite talent. General management faces the constant dilemma of whether to spend aggressively on top-tier free agents or preserve young talent and prospects. In a league where the difference between contention and disappointment often comes down to a few key moves, these decisions take on enormous significance. The Yankees have to weigh every option carefully, and the Bellinger situation has made these choices all the more urgent. Finally, Let's turn our attention to the pitching side of the roster, where some of the most intriguing developments may be happening quietly. Right-handed pitcher Will Warren is emerging as a potential breakout candidate for the upcoming season after a challenging debut year, which saw him face significant adversity due to injuries decimating the rotation. Warren has the opportunity to establish himself as a cornerstone of the Yankees' rotation, despite posting a high earned run average during his initial innings. Advanced metrics suggest he was somewhat unlucky, and the organization believes that with adjustments, he could deliver at a much higher level. The key to Warren's projected improvement lies in his pitch mix and strategic refinements. Last season, he relied heavily on his four-seam fastball, which proved highly effective against right-handed hitters. The challenge came against left-handed opponents, where he struggled with control and pitch selection. By integrating his changeup more effectively and reducing reliance on less effective pitches, Warren has a chance to neutralize his weaknesses and become a more consistent force on the mound. If he achieves this, he could move into the top 3 rotation spots, providing stability and a significant boost to the team's pitching depth. Yankees fans should be paying close attention to these developments, as they may prove just as impactful as any signing or trade. Between the firm's stance on Bellinger, the potential acquisition of Donovan, and Warren's projected breakout, the team is shaping up for a fascinating offseason that could set the tone for the 2026 campaign. The front office has laid down clear lines, identified alternatives, and is preparing to act decisively, demonstrating a commitment to both competitiveness and financial prudence. These storylines are what make this period of the year so exciting, keeping every fan engaged and invested in the next chapter of Yankees baseball. Continuing from where we left off, let's dive deeper into the Yankees' strategic considerations for 2026 and explore the decisions that could define the season long before opening day. Beyond free agency and trades, there are internal developments and player growth trajectories that are equally crucial. The organization has made it clear that they are not just reacting to the market. They are actively shaping the roster with precision, balancing veteran presence, young talent, and positional flexibility. This blend of careful planning and calculated risk-taking is what makes following the Yankees so compelling during the offseason. One of the most intriguing aspects of the current strategy involves the interplay between the lineup and the rotation. While Bellinger's future hangs in the balance and Donovan looms as a potential fallback, the pitching staff quietly represents one of the greatest opportunities for the Yankees to gain an edge. Will Warren's projected breakout is just the tip of the iceberg. The team's coaches and analysts have been focusing on refining the mechanics of several young pitchers, ensuring that arm angles, pitch sequencing, and situational awareness are optimized. This approach suggests that the front office is not solely relying on marquee signings to maintain competitiveness. Internal development is being treated as a cornerstone of the 2026 plan. The Yankees are also evaluating the role of depth within the rotation, particularly with respect to the number of innings starters are expected to cover in 2025. Injuries forced the team into constant adjustments, and that experience has clearly shaped their off-season philosophy. There is a renewed emphasis on having pitchers who can adapt to high-leverage situations, whether that means shifting roles mid-season or providing extended innings when the bullpen needs support. Warren, with his evolving pitch arsenal, fits perfectly into this model. If he can consistently deploy his changeup against left-handed hitters and maintain the dominance of his fastball, he could transform from a borderline rotation option to a critical top 3 starter. On the offensive side, the Yankees are exploring multiple scenarios that hinge on versatility should Bellinger depart. The team isn't just looking for a replacement in a single position. They want players who can contribute across the field, offering lineup flexibility that allows for strategic matchups and rest for key contributors. Brendan Donovan represents this philosophy, but there may be additional options under consideration, including internal prospects or lesser-known veterans who could be acquired via trade. The front office appears committed to ensuring that the offense remains balanced, dynamic, and capable of sustaining production across a grueling season. The balance between spending and prospect retention continues to be a central theme. The Yankees have historically faced the challenge of deciding whether to invest heavily in one or two stars or to nurture homegrown talent. This offseason is no different, with each decision carrying significant financial and competitive consequences. The Bellinger negotiation epitomizes this tension. By drawing a firm line at 5 years, the team is signaling a willingness to prioritize long-term flexibility over immediate star power. At the same time, the potential acquisition of Donovan or other trade targets illustrates the organization's commitment to adaptability, finding ways to fill holes without mortgaging the future. Meanwhile, the bullpen remains an area of intense focus as the rotation stabilizes and younger starters emerge. The need for a reliable relief corps is more apparent than ever. The Yankees are evaluating not just veteran options, but also internal arms that could be ready to contribute in high-leverage situations. This comprehensive approach highlights the front office's understanding that depth and flexibility are essential to navigating the highs and lows of a long season. Every roster move, whether through free agency, trade, or promotion, is being weighed in terms of how it strengthens the team's ability to respond to adversity. Another factor influencing decision-making is the broader market for talent across Major League Baseball. With many top free agents already signed, the supply of elite options is limited, making strategic planning and contingency preparation even more critical. The Yankees appear to be acutely aware of this reality. They are building a framework that can absorb setbacks like losing Bellinger, while still remaining competitive. This includes scouting potential trade targets who may not be household names but bring high upside, positional flexibility, or cost efficiency, all of which are essential in maintaining balance across the roster. Communication within the organization also seems to be a priority. Reports suggest that front office executives, coaches, and player development staff are all aligned on long-term strategy, which allows the Yankees to execute moves with a level of precision not often seen in other teams. This cohesion could be a defining advantage as they navigate the complex dynamics of the offseason. Fans may focus on the headline-making free agent negotiations, but the underlying framework built behind the scenes is equally important, and it is where the foundation for a successful 2026 season is being laid. The Yankees are also mindful of player morale and clubhouse chemistry. Any high-profile departures or acquisitions carry the potential to disrupt team dynamics, so the front office is carefully managing communications and expectations. They are pairing strategic roster construction with a commitment to maintaining a positive, competitive environment that allows both veterans and younger players to thrive. This human element often goes unnoticed in the frenzy of trade rumors and free agent chatter, yet it can be pivotal in translating off-season moves into on-field success. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. The baseball world is buzzing with whispers of a seismic shakeup, as the New York Yankees reportedly set their sights on one of the sport's most electrifying young talents. Sources close to the team suggest that Kyle Tucker, the Houston Astros standout outfielder known for his thunderous bat and uncanny defensive instincts, could be the newest addition to the Bronx Bombers lineup. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders hint that talks have been underway, and the mere possibility of Tucker donning pinstripes has sent shockwaves through the MLB. Tucker, often described as a nightmare for opposing pitchers and a spectacle in the outfield, has steadily built a reputation as one of the game's most versatile stars. His combination of power, speed, and defensive awareness makes him a coveted asset, and it's easy to imagine why the Yankees might be interested in adding him to an already formidable roster. If the deal were to materialize, it would mark a bold move for a franchise known for chasing championship glory, signaling that New York is ready to make waves in the coming seasons. Speculation is running wild not only among fans, but also across media outlets as analysts dissect the potential implications. Tucker's presence could transform the Yankees' outfield dynamics, create new matchup nightmares for pitchers across the league, and inject a fresh energy into the clubhouse. The idea of him patrolling Yankee Stadium, combined with his penchant for clutch hitting, has already sparked heated debates. Could he be the missing piece the Bombers have been chasing? Or is this simply a tantalizing rumor feeding the off-season frenzy? While negotiations remain shrouded in secrecy, the mere mention of Tucker's name alongside the Yankees has reignited the team's fanbase. Social media is ablaze with speculation, from mock lineups to dream scenarios, and the buzz shows no signs of slowing down. Whatever unfolds, one thing is clear: Kyle Tucker has become a symbol of intrigue, and the Yankees' potential pursuit has captivated the imagination of baseball enthusiasts nationwide. Whether this rumor evolves into a blockbuster acquisition or remains just that, a rumor, the Conversation around Tucker and pinstripes underscores one undeniable truth: the MLB offseason is anything but dull. And the Yankees are once again at the center of the storm. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.